that we have quiet so we can hear what it said. Okay, we'll have Mr. Trusella's class will be debating Mr. Krause's class. The issue is guns. Mr. Trusella's class has a position that people should not be allowed to have guns. Mr. Krause's class has a position that people have the right to own guns. Am I right? So I'm going to flip a coin and see which will go first. Who's going to make the call? We have, you'll be going to make the call. Call in the air.
Tails.
Tails. Okay, you choose to go first or second? Okay. Okay, the debate will be started in Mr. Sell's class. Anthony, you will start. Make your opening statement.
I think we shouldn't have guns because if you need a gun to protect yourself and fight, that means you're weak and you can kill somebody like it was nothing. And I heard on the radio this morning about some kid from John Jay running a gun and a bag of bullets, and he got arrested at the age of 15. He said he needed it for protection.
People don't have enough education to use guns. That when they're cleaning them, they accidentally go off and they kill like their children or other people who are standing around. People who shouldn't be killed.
Mine's because innocent people could get killed. For example, in a shootout, instead of the bullet hitting one person, it could hit an innocent person.
Mine is because people get killed over their clothes, and my example is the same. People gotta wear bulletproof vests to walk down the street today.
Opening statement. Krause's class, make your opening statement.
According to the Second Amendment of the Constitution, you have the right to bear any firearm or weapon needed to protect yourself. This right, according to the Constitution, cannot be taken from you. On the second hand, people who are responsible with their guns shouldn't be penalized for those who are irresponsible.
Criminals will get them anyway. It doesn't matter if you ban them or you keep them. They're gonna get them anyway.
Some people need it for hunting.
You could use a gun for self-defense in case you need one, because everybody, if guns are illegal or legal, there's
Christine and Reggie Bennett to the office, please.
criminals are still going to get them, and you need one for protection. And if a criminal has a knife, then I have a knife and I have a gun, who's going to end up getting killed first?
Okay, those are the opening statements. Now the teams make questions. We go one team to the other, or is it?
The team that opened first, the other team has a chance to question.
They get the question.
Who opened first? They did. They get the question first.
Okay, you get the question. Anyone on that team first?
I'd like to question him. He said that the Constitution, that you need a firearm to protect yourself, but you don't need it to kill an innocent person. You just need it to protect somebody. If someone's breaking into your house and you know it, you don't have to use a weapon. You just call the police or you just fight them like a man.
What are you going to do in the meantime if they're sitting there with a gun in your face? You're going to fight them like a man? They're going to pull the trigger and you're going to be dead on the floor.
There is ways
Because that's it. If they need a gun, they're weak.
Yeah, there you go.
You have a gun?
Paul, there's ways that you could fight a person when they have a gun. There's ways that you could take them out of their hands. You know, you just gotta have the sense for it.
That is true, but usually in a fight like that, especially if there's a distance between the two, the person with the gun is almost always, 9 times out of 10, going to end up being the one who survives.
And that hunting thing, you hunt for food, not for people. So we're not talking about hunting. We're talking about killing people.
Yeah, but you have to have like a thing. You have to have license to
Yeah, that's hunting, just to hunt.
that's only in the forest.
You don't have a license to kill somebody.
Yeah, but we didn't say he's gonna kill anybody. He's gonna be hunting animals. Not no.
Own our guns. That
You have any other
You
questions?
use a gun to hunt, not on the streets.
You have any other questions for them?
You're still gonna have a gun anyways.
Mr. Krause's class, you guys direct questions to them? Yeah.
Alright, I got a question for that kid with the dark blue shirt. Alright, you said if you like cleaning your gun, you can shoot somebody. What if you take the bullets out? Well, you never know. There might be a bullet in there, because my dad My dad knew a guy, he was cleaning his gun, he thought it was empty, he was cleaning it, and he pulled the cleaner out, and it went off, and he didn't know the bullet was in there, and it shot him in the head and killed him. Well, sometimes one gets stuck in it, everybody makes mistakes. You never know, one might be in the barrel, one might not be in it.
Stop it. If you were responsible enough, you know to take all the bullets out of the gun and then clean it.
But you might not know if there's one in there, because sometimes one gets stuck.
I don't think it's a matter of being responsible or irresponsible.
I say you shouldn't even have a gun at one point.
Because once an adult has a gun, the children are going to do it. If my parents have a gun, that means I could touch it and this and that. And let's say the parents have a gun and it's loaded in the house. It's a little kid, you know? He's going to be like, I want to play with it, I want to play with it. He could actually play on himself.
They can, if they're not responsible enough, if they're responsible, they will hide it. But if they're not, then they're right there. It's their fault.
No matter what.
It's their fault though. If their kids find it, it's their parents' fault.
Someone's getting killed for a stupid mistake. That's why.
But it's their fault. They gotta know how to hide it. They gotta know where to hide it.
Why would you
It
want to
don't matter
hide it?
because, you know,
shouldn't
in
even have
movies,
guns
they
in
could
movies.
have that and kids still
Yeah,
get
what
shot.
if you put it like in a box?
Put it in a
So
box,
a kid could open it.
No, like a hard box with a blocker.
Oh, God. Come on.
We ain't talking about that.
Alright, settle down, settle down. You have another question, Jen.
Yeah. It was about the argument that took place with Ishmael. Responsible people will know when to take the bullets out and when to put the bullets in. If you have children, you'll know that when the children are asleep, then you put the bullets in. Otherwise, you take them out and keep them out. That way, nobody's
So
gonna
children
shouldn't
can wait
even have
longer to
guns.
play with it.
We have little babies or little
You
4-year-olds.
have
You
guns
shouldn't even
for
have guns.
self-defense.
Self-defense is not killing somebody.
Why would it be so important?
You said earlier that if a person has to use a gun, he's weak. It doesn't matter if you're weak or not. If you're in control of the gun, then
Why would it even do guns? How do people fight for hands, right? Why do we have to change it?
if you have a
You
gun,
guys have to quiet down over here. This camera picks up all of your talking.
you don't have to be strong to have a gun. If you're weak and you have a gun, you can kill somebody easy. It doesn't matter if you're weak or not.
Another question.
And not all the people are strong. Some people are weak, that they need a gun anyways.
What if somebody's handicapped?
Why do you want to need a gun if you're handicapped?
If you're alone
Ruben
in your house,
Carmona to the
somebody
main
tries
office.
to
Ruben
break in,
Carmona.
what are you gonna do?
Someone tries to break in, you self-defense.
If they have a gun, okay, if they have a gun. Yeah, but listen, if they have a gun, you know, they just gotta make sure, you know, if they're gonna shoot it, to shoot it at one person, the person who's attacking them, to make sure they don't shoot it at an innocent person, you know?
You ever watch news when these two guys got into a car accident and one guy came out the car and shot him and paralyzed him for life, and just for over an accident?
Not all handicapped people are strong. Some people can't even use their hands. They need
So
guns.
why do you need a gun if you can't use your hands?
No. Alright, not that.
Any other questions for them? Okay, we have time. We could field some questions from the people here sitting and from the audience. Yeah, yes.
Who said, if somebody does break into, it was him. He said if somebody breaks into your house, you don't have the right to shoot them. Yes, you do.
No, I never said that. I said
You said
someone breaks
something
into
like
your house.
You said you don't have to kill them, but if they're gonna kill you, don't you?
That's self-defense.
how do you-
Well, you
That's
said
self-defense.
it's self-defense. When somebody breaks into your house, you have the right to shoot them.
Just wait right there and then go get the
Yeah,
phone. And if they don't got a phone, go to the house.
You have the right to shoot them.
You don't. I know that, but you.
If you don't have a gun,
You said something.
You get arrested
you don't
for
have to
shooting
kill a
No, you
person.
won't.
don't. That's self-defense.
You have the right to shoot them.
One at a time. Okay? Okay, we have another one from the audience. Another question.
If she said everybody's allowed to make a mistake, that's right. So everybody, whoever wants to carry a gun, can carry a gun. If they shoot somebody, it's a if they shoot somebody with accident, it's a mistake. Everybody has the right to make a mistake.
But
And
that
you even
mistake
said
is
it
gonna
yourself.
go in a bad thing. Like they could go into jail, and you know that's the mistake that you gotta be really careful about. Because one mistake like that, you know, could lead it very down, like go down.
I understand, but the issue wasn't not killing. I mean, but the whole team over there kept talking about, yeah, but somebody's dying if you having a gun, yeah, but how you know they ain't gonna shoot him in the leg or something? I said, yeah, but the whole issue, yeah, but your whole team was saying about killing, and how you know somebody might shoot the other person in the leg, whoever had the gun.
Oh, I'm not saying about. I'm just saying if
Nuh-uh,
you shoot somebody on purpose.
Nah, because the whole team,
Alright,
always
Claire.
said something about killing. About, yeah, but see, because she said, yeah, but if you make a mistake, but you might kill somebody. See, but how you know you ain't gonna shoot him in the leg?
Okay,
So
for
you don't
time's
know.
sake, we have to stop here. Tomorrow, we'll let the audience ask some more questions, and we'll have the closing statements from each of the teams tomorrow, okay? So good job today, we'll pick it up again tomorrow. There's certain, about 4 or 5 minutes, I'll stop, and then each team will make their closing statements, and then we will vote, okay? Do not make up your minds until you hear the closing statements. Keep an open mind yet. Okay, right now, I'll field any questions from the audience, to any teams, based on yesterday's remarks in the opening statement. To repeat? I don't think we have the time to repeat. You know what the issue was. I think you've heard what they said. Okay? Mr. Trusella's team think guns should be illegal, should not be allowed, people should not be allowed to own them. Mr. Krause's team had decided that guns should be legal and we have a right to own them. Okay? Anybody have any questions from the audience? Yes.
I have a comment for that side. By having a gun, whether it's for hunting or for protection, it brings the rate of murders higher.
It may bring the rate of murders higher, but if they can take your gun by the Second Amendment, what's next? Your right for freedom of speech?
No, I'm just saying, by having a gun, whether it's for protection or for hunting, it brings the rate of murders by guns higher.
I realize that, but what I have also said is a valid point. I just wanted to make that known.
Any other questions from the people in the audience?
I got a comment. Okay, well, they should ban guns because if one person sees somebody with guns, the other person's gonna want a gun, and then that's why people's killing everybody to death.
Any other comments? Anyone have any comments or questions from the audience about the topic? Would like to add to the discussion? Okay, so at that point, if that's all the questions from the audience, we'll let the closing statements. People open first, close first?
No, people will open second, close first.
Okay, so you will make your closing statements first.
Responsible people shouldn't have to suffer punishment for those who are not responsible with their guns. And second of all, according to the Constitution, guns are legal, and therefore you can own them. And if they take that, what's next? Free speech, free religion?
Hey, they make their comments.
People will get them anyway. If they want them, they can get them off the black market, out of the country. Anywhere they want, they can get them. Doesn't really matter if you ban them or not.
I mean, you can use guns for hunting.
You need guns for self-defense.
Okay, that's the closing remarks, Mr. Krause's class. Mr. Sell's class, you have your time now to make your closing statement.
Too many innocent people get killed by drive-by shootings and all, and people shouldn't be getting killed. People, they just shoot and they miss the person that they're aiming for, and they hit somebody else who shouldn't be killed.
My closing statement is, if you want guns to be legal, you're gonna have to suffer if someone innocent dies by a legal gun, or illegal gun or illegal gun. You have to just pay the consequences.
People shouldn't have guns because one thing, for innocent people get shot. Second thing, nowadays, little babies, 2 years, 3 years, have to wear bulletproof vests just because they're afraid of getting shot. Now, we shouldn't have to wear bulletproof vests for that, you know? People should be responsible not to do that, you know? And that's not right for little kids to be put in an environment to be wearing bulletproof vests and stuff like that.
Okay. Mine says, y'all say protection, but I say it just takes innocent lives.
Those are the closing statements. Now we'll pass out these papers. We'll vote. Pro, how we do the voting?
Pro, con, and tie.
Pro, con, and tie. Pro is for legalization of guns.
Pro is if you're in favor of owning guns.
Yeah, owning guns, okay? Mr. Krause's group has a group of owning guns, that would be pro. Con take Mr. Trusella's class, in which you do not think people should own guns. Ty, you felt both the